Imagine this. You're not just buying software anymore. You're entering a relationship with a system that sees your users, learns from your data, and makes decisions on your behalf. Somewhere behind the slick interface and service uptime lies something alive, a model that evolves, learns, and sometimes surprises. When artificial intelligence is part of a SaaS platform, the contract must do more than secure service delivery. It must safeguard your intelligence boundaries, your data identity, and your organizational agency. So, how do you read such an agreement, not like a lawyer alone, but like a strategic steward of your enterprise's future AI behavior? Begin with this simple reframe. You're not just licensing tools. You're licensing autonomy, embedded inside someone else's machine. The core questions shift. What does this software learn from us? Who owns what it discovers? What power are we giving away, and can we take it back? First, understand the nature of the intelligence. Before you agree to anything, ask the product team or vendor to show you, in plain language, what kind of AI is involved. Are we talking about a simple prediction engine? A chatbot powered by a third-party LLM? A recommendation system that adapts over time? The contract should make this visible. If it hides behind vague language like smart features or automated insights, then pause. You need to see what parts of the platform think, what parts learn, and what parts decide. Next, draw the boundary around your data. This is the heart of AI risk. Your data becomes fuel. It teaches, trains, and sharpens someone else's algorithms. The agreement must answer these questions clearly. Who owns the raw inputs, the data you upload? Who owns the outputs, the scores, predictions, or summaries the AI produces? Can the vendor use your data to improve its models for other customers? If you walk away, what happens to that data? Will it be deleted, or will a part of you remain in their training sets? Without clarity here, you're not just using software. You're donating intelligence. Then, claim ownership of what the AI builds. In traditional SaaS, outputs are often reports. In AI SaaS, outputs might include retrained models, tuned embeddings, or learned patterns. So now the big question: if their system learns something specific from your unique use case, does it belong to them, or to you? Ask to define what counts as derivative work. Ask whether you can export the outputs, retrain the model elsewhere, or receive a copy of tuned weights. If all improvements flow into their IP while you bear the operational risk, then the contract is giving them all the long-term value and you all the accountability. That's not partnership. That's asymmetric leverage. Demand a window into the black box. When AI makes a decision, even a small one, someone will eventually ask, why? That someone might be your regulator, or your customer, or your own risk committee. Can the vendor show how the model arrived at a conclusion? Can they trace inputs to outputs? Is there an audit log, a justification, a confidence interval? You cannot govern what you cannot explain. And you cannot outsource accountability. Make sure the contract guarantees access to explainability, not just accuracy claims. Watch for drift and degradation. Unlike traditional software, AI does not stay static. It ages, sometimes gracefully, sometimes dangerously. If the model starts making worse decisions due to data drift, who will notice? Who will retrain it? How quickly? Will you be notified? Can you roll it back? A good contract doesn't just promise intelligence. It promises care and maintenance of that intelligence, and gives you the option to intervene when things go off track. Address the risks no one wants to own. Here's the hard part. What if the AI makes a mistake? Not just a bug, but a consequential, systemic mistake. A biased decision, a hallucinated summary, an incorrect classification that costs money or reputation. Does the contract hold anyone accountable? Or does it disclaim all liability with a clause that essentially says, use at your own risk? Push for shared responsibility. Demand clear clauses around AI-induced harm. Ask what the vendor does to test for bias, hallucination, and misuse. And insist on language that makes them a partner in ethical AI behavior, not just a silent observer. Keep human hands on the steering wheel. Even the best AI needs human oversight. Make sure the system allows you to override decisions, customize thresholds, add human-in-the-loop validation. A contract that locks you into black box decisions is a dangerous form of surrender. You must retain agency, not just in setup, but in live operation. Plan for the breakup. Every relationship ends, and when it does, you'll want to walk away with your intelligence intact. Make sure the agreement allows full export of your data and outputs, certifiable deletion of your sensitive information, clarity around what the vendor retains, and what they don't. Don't be caught negotiating exit terms during an exit. Design your departure before you sign the welcome page. In closing, this is about stewardship, not just procurement. Reading a SaaS agreement with AI inside is no longer a matter of legal hygiene. It is a matter of strategic foresight, AI governance, and organizational ethics. If you hand over data, decision-making, and learning capacity to a third party, you must know exactly what you're trading away and why. Approach the contract not just with legal counsel, but with AI governance experts, data privacy officers, risk managers, and product leads. Because in AI, the fine print is not just legalese, it's behavioral architecture.